What's up guys, David Falla here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another tutorial. On today's tutorial, I want to show you guys how to cut the top in most haircuts, especially crop tops or haircuts where like the hair is gonna go forward. I know that that's the trend right now and many of you have been asking me to do a tutorial just on that. So I'm gonna go very in depth when it comes to it, right? So the first thing we're going to do is to divide the top from the sides. And what I usually look for will be the cowlick in the back. That's going to kind of let me know what the hair wants to do. So I pay a lot of attention to the roots to make sure that they are going and I'm combing them in the right direction. I also pay attention to the cowlicks in the front, just because also that's another growth pattern that I have to pay attention to. So I know exactly what the hair wants to do. What we don't want to do is to fight with the hair. We don't want to cut the hair in a direction that doesn't want to go, and then the client has a problem trying to style the hair after, okay? So now what I'm doing, I'm using a technique called block graduation. And pretty much what I'm doing, I'm creating the guide that is going to connect with the top and that is going to connect the fade into the scissor work. So this is going to dictate, this is the graduation, is going to dictate how low my fade is going to be, how high it's going to be, and pretty much how much I'm going to cut from the top. So this technique is going to vary depending on what you're trying to achieve. And again, if you guys are interested in me doing a separate video on how to do block graduation correctly, please let me know in the comments below. So now what I'm doing, I'm cutting the top. I'm creating a kind of like a guide right in the center by combing all the hair to the middle. And then this is going to allow me to kind of create that profile section, which I recommend everybody to use, especially those that are new. And then once I have that section right in the center, it's super easy to kind of go behind the client and follow that guide. I'm gonna have a guide right in the center that is gonna be shorter than everything else. And all I'm doing is cutting straight. In this case, I wanna make sure that everything is a little more square. That means that if I was gonna cut straight, that means the corners where the head kind of rounds a little bit are gonna be a little bit longer. That's really all it means. So, but you can see I'm kind of pulling the hair, elevating the hair up. But then what I'm doing, I'm making sure that all the hair I'm cutting on a straight line. I'm not kind of following the head. I'm kind of just letting the scissor kind of cut on a straight line. And this is going to allow those corners where the hair rounds to be a little bit longer, a little bit fuller, allowing the hair to style better, especially for something like what we're doing right now. Okay, now that we have done both sides, all I'm going to do is I'm going to comb the hair to the side and I'm going to connect the top to that block graduation that we did before. And that's it. That's simple. And honestly, it's that simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. I think that a lot of people complicate hair cutting too much. And once you understand the fundamentals, you understand the very basics, you can do any haircut. That's really all you need to do. So now I'm going to use a number 3 and I'm going to connect the number 3 to that block graduation that I did before. This number 3 lever open is going to connect right into it, and like that allows me to have a clean canvas so I can do my fade. I'm going to show you guys how I erase the last line because honestly I wanted to focus more on the hair cutting part of the top. But then, you know, I'll show you guys how I do this, and once I already did the 3, the 2, the 1, the half, then I'm just down to 0. I like to close my lever, and all I do is I start opening that lever little by little, forcing me to actually raise the line and not like kind of leave it there, because sometimes I know we're scared of going too high with the feet, and then that skin line stays there. So this is forcing me to raise that skin line, and all I do is little by little, using the corners of the clipper, just little by little remove that line until it looks good. And I look in the mirror, and sometimes I even look with my phone to see if I see any dark spots or anything that doesn't look or it's not where it needs to be, and it doesn't make the fade look smooth. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna shape up the client, and that's it for this video, guys. I hope this video helped you guys to understand how to cut the top. Pretty much you can kind of cut pretty much every client this way, and it will allow you to kind of have a good base, and you just have to adjust the base on what you're trying to do. Put a little bit of product, and that's the final result, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like it, and any questions, leave it in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.